Verydarkman. There is a sanitation that heaven is doing by those guys. Do you know, in the entire Nigeria, with the oil that is resident in Nigeria, nobody, a preacher, could confront Jeremiah or Motufufufu. Sorry if I don't call his name well. Nobody. That why is he selling soap? No preacher could do it. The man don't know God. We don't like him. But you see, that is not the first time that God is using people like that. The guy went and bought the soap, bought the water, and the water did not do the things. And the matter is in court. And instead of holy prophet to be bold, holy prophet is now saying, touch not the law, don't touch the anointed of God. No, sir. Go and defend yourself. Some days ago, NAFDAC wrote out a feed. It's now we are now, they told us it's water from Israel. Now they are saying, no, it's not water from Israel. That the company that is producing the water is in Nigeria here. We will keep crying over Nigeria until...
No, before you guys finish the video, may I talk this thing? Honestly, that scripture that said on that day in the book of Joel, that my spirit shall be upon all flesh. Your sons, they will dream. Your old men, they will see vision like that, okay? This is that day. You know why? All flesh, whether not pagan, whether not Christian, on that day, the Spirit of God will be upon all flesh. And me, I'm very sure the Spirit of God be upon Verydarkman. Do they do all those things when they do? This pastor not lie for this video, okay? This pastor said nothing but the truth. How many men of God, don't go this physical combat? See, you go person a church or go buy person item, say he no work, or he call out this thing, this one happen. And after that, I see everything just go down small, say really well. God is using this guy. Everyone know to this guy. This guy never even know what in the doing just the fight, normal fight. But God is using this guy. This guy need our prayers. He need us to pray for him. This is Verydarkman. If they go somewhere, I pray may God keep this guy for us. This guy people they rule last. Guys, watch the video.
Men begin to go back to understand what was said. If you have followed prophecy, you will not be confused what is happening in Nigeria. He said, oh Nigeria, you will smell of corruption. That it will be so bad that no one will want to identify with. That was a prophecy of piety. Nigeria, you will smell of corruption. It will be so bad that nobody will want to identify with you. Can't you see nations are leaving us in? Companies are closing and relocating from Nigeria. Prophecy. Say, boy, it shall come to pass. It shall come to pass after that time. Because that will not be the only phase. There's another phase. He said, righteousness shall come back to the nation. Just such that people will meet a Nigeria in other nation and they will hold your leg and say, please carry me to your country. We want to learn the way of righteousness. There are two indices that are proof to me that we are about to experience the part 2 of the prophecy, not the voice of God. There are two things I have seen. And you see, you are subject to your opinion. What you say might not matter, but this is my own opinion. There are two things. We might not like the persons, but they are part of what God is doing. The first is God is raising apostles, young people who are not afraid to confront anything. But there's another group God is raising, and it's still part of the sanitation, and that is the second group. You don't like them, but you see, they are working. They might not even know some of the things they are doing. Whether the spirit on them is of God or not of God is working, because all things will work together. People of such, one of them is called Verydarkman. There is a sanitation that heaven is doing by those guys. Do you know, in the entire Nigeria, with the oil that is resident in Nigeria, nobody, a preacher, could confront Jeremiah or Motufufufu. Sorry if I don't call his name well. Nobody. That why is he selling soap? No preacher could do it. The man don't know God. We don't like him. But you see, that is not the first time that God is using people like that. Go and ask Darius. Darius was never a Christian. He was never a righteous man, rather. Yet God picked Darius. He said, I will use it for me. The guy went and bought the soap, bought the water, and the water did not do the things. And the matter is in court. And instead of holy prophet to be bold, holy prophet is now saying, touch not the law, don't touch the anointed of God. No, sir. Go and defend yourself. Some days ago, NAFDAC wrote out a feed and said, no. The water there is now, they told us it's water from Israel. Now they are saying, no, it's not water from Israel. That the company that is producing the water is in Nigeria here. Haba, Darius, Verydarkman, is part of the sanitation for these days. Prophecy. One side of the prophecy of Nigeria has come and passed. For the others to come, it is warfare. But you see, we have to have people who are trained as students of prophecies. So Daniel said, I understood. I saw the prophecy of Jeremiah that time had passed. passed and we are still here, heaven is always ready. But when men are not students of prophecy, heaven will watch them. There are things we are asking God, why are you not doing it? God also is saying, why are you not a student of prophecy?
God is using Verydarkman to do a lot of work. I'm telling you, to do a lot of things that even he no. He not even bargain say the thing will reach like this. Him be just starter. I can tell you for free that this guy was designed for this cause, was designed for this generation. Because men looking at the guy, if you touch on this kind of person, one stand, they fight for justice. You say go deny, he pierce nose every year, he be. When they even they carry dread, carry hair, women they carry. But if you men looking at him, you will judge him wrongly and say, see all this one. Men looking at his past life, when he don't tell us what he match on social media, say I take the do bola business, take the chop, take the gather money, take buy car, say they rob buying the shololo people. You get it? Men looking at him, even his appearance, he get as he be. Okay? But this kind of person now God can they use to fulfill that scripture for now. On that day, God will use all flesh. Forget the father say it's not, now the thought say it's not responsible, they do like this one. Waiting responsible people never do for this country. Irresponsible people, like people said, now they do one. You see and say, no be waiting day for body, they take the judge person. But God sees the heart. The Bible says, I'm the Lord that searches the heart and mind. Now, heart God did look. Before God is very okay. But for me, when I say, especially they fight against the corruption, say your body look corrupt. People will claim with suit, where their body not look corrupt, we no get bad record. Nobody bold come out, can't do this kind of thing. That is to tell you now, God, they involve. And I'm so happy. God bless you all. God bless Verydarkman. God bless Nigeria.